Hi guys, it's Thursday and I'm back for Primetime Healthy Aging mini session 3. I hope you guys are having a fantastic Thursday. We are in beautiful Idaho this week with some friends and having a fantastic time. It's really chilly out here. I'm not outside right now, but as you can tell from the chandelier. But I wanted to make this quick because we are spending some time with friends and family today, and wanted to give you some tips on your gut microbiome because I told you guys we're going to talk about the gut today. But first, what am I even doing on here? Well, we're talking about the Primetime Healthy Aging course, online course that I will be doing in February. So you still have time to sign up. Registration closes the 22nd of January. That's coming up quick. If you are thinking about joining us, I say just come on. Go to the website wellnesswithgina.com, check it out. It's under the coaching section. I'm doing these mini sessions with you guys to give you a taste of what's coming, what you'll get from the course. So this is mini session 3. If you haven't already gone back to look at what we've talked about in the past, opening your internal pharmacy, we talked about that. We've talked about some other things. So inflammation, and this is number 3, which is gut health. So go back and look at those. You should be getting my newsletter as well. The newsletter comes about 8 o'clock Central Time. Should be coming to you today about gut health again and giving you a little freebie on pre and probiotics. So if you're not signed up for the newsletter, again, go to the website wellnesswithgina.com. Get signed up so you're getting these tips and tricks on health every month or every week right now. I'm sending you a little freebie at the end of these mini sessions so you can take this to the next level and really use what we've been talking about in these mini sessions in your own life. I got to talk about kombucha yesterday several times. Talked about gut health with some friends, with some family friends. So I've been talking about this for a couple of days now and wanted to share it with you guys as well. People ask me all kinds of questions, right? Being a health coach, and it's so fun. It's just so fun for me to get to share what I know with you. And we have a Kombucha Workshop coming up, by the way, if you are local to me. I believe it's the 12th of January. Again, if you're getting the newsletter, then you know because I send it out there, and it's also on the website under the events section. So if you are local to me in the San Antonio area and you want to learn how to make kombucha, which is going to fill your gut with the good microbes that you need, come on over and learn how to make your own kombucha and stop buying that expensive stuff, right? So let's talk about your gut and your microbiome. Did you know that your gut is referred to a lot of times as your second brain? It's kind of interesting the way that this works. So you have a vagus nerve that runs from your gut all the way up to your brain, and it's constantly sending signals like text messages back and forth from your gut to your brain. So it's New Year's time. A lot of people are making New Year's resolutions to eat healthier. But then when it comes down to it, it's really, right? It's really hard to eat healthy. And we know that we shouldn't be eating some things, right? But our gut's saying, yeah, we're really hungry for those sugary treats. And our brain is saying, no, you shouldn't be eating that right now. You're on a diet. You're on the detox. You're doing the Shred 10. Don't do it, right? And what's going on there? Well, that your gut microbiome, whatever you feed your gut, those bugs in there will feed it. So if you're feeding it sugary treats, lots of carbs, junk carbs, that's what it's going to crave. We need to retrain our gut, but that's what's going on is this vagus nerve is sending messages. Your second brain is sending messages to your brain, telling it, feed me, what I want to eat. We know that we should be eating all the fruits and vegetables. We don't want that. Our 60 million people report symptoms of constipation. 60 million people. And by the way, constipation is a symptom. It's not the actual problem that's going on. So we can talk more about that if you're interested in hearing more about that. 80% of your immunity is actually in your gut. So if you're getting sick a lot, that should be a clue to you that something is going on in your gut. There's dysbiosis going on in there. And dysbiosis is just what happens when there's an imbalance in your gut. We're striving for symbiosis, a balance where everything is working in harmony. That's what we want. 85% of serotonin is made in your gut. Serotonin is that happy hormone that we want more of. A lot of people in our country are taking antidepressants, right? And antidepressants are working in your brain chemistry, with your brain chemistry. That's all fine and good. But what if you could change your diet to reflect more of that happy hormone, to help you make more of your happy hormone? That would be awesome, right? 51% of the standard American diet is processed foods. So no wonder we have so many health problems when we're feeding our microbiome what we shouldn't be. Only 7% of the standard diet comes from fiber-rich nutrients like fruits and vegetables. So how many fruits and vegetables are you supposed to be getting a day? I hear this all the time. And when you look at the myplate.gov website, it'll say probably five servings would be good. I'm going to say 7 to 13. I know. You're thinking like, that's impossible, Gina. We can't get 7 to 13. You can get 7 to 13. And we're going to talk about that in the Healthy Aging course. So yes, 7 to 13 to feed your microbiome what it needs. It will help you also get the 30 grams of fiber that you need. You need 30 grams of fiber for your microbiome. So let's talk microbiome. What is it? And I know I'm going fast, so I hope you guys have pencil and paper, something to write down all of this great information, because you're going to want to go back and review it later. What is your microbiome? Well, your microbiome consists of bacteria, yeast, viruses, fungus, okay, that lives in your gut. It's about 5 pounds. It makes up about 5 pounds of your overall weight, and it is living inside your gut. So it's important that we keep these bugs happy. It's actually 10 to 1. So they outnumber human cells 10 to 1, which is crazy. That means you are more of these microbes than you are human cells. I know, it's kind of gross, right? But we need to keep them happy. There's 3 types of them. The first type just lives in our microbiome area, in our gut area. It doesn't harm us, doesn't do anything to us, but it helps us with digestion. The second type just lives peacefully there. It's symbiosis, though. It's helping us and we're helping them. The third type are pathogens that live in the gut, and it's a natural occurring process. Our job is to keep a balance, right? We need to keep more of the good guys than those pathogens. So how do we do that? We feed them. Lots of people ask me about prebiotics, probiotics. What's the difference? What does that mean? Again, if you're not getting my newsletter, I'm going to talk about that in the newsletter. So definitely head over to wellnesswithgina.com. On the homepage, you can sign up for the newsletter. And we're going to take a deeper dive into that. I'm going to give you a list of what prebiotics and probiotics are, so that you're able to start buying those for yourself and start eating them, because you can totally get what you need from eating those foods. So go to the website, sign up for the newsletter. I want you guys to have that so that you know exactly what they are. So what should you do to have a healthy microbiome? Here's what you need to do. Avoid some things like antibiotics. Antibiotics will wipe out your healthy microbiome. Did you guys know that? I'm sure you did. Antibiotics, sugary treats, gluten, alcohol, all bad for your gut. So really try to get the healthy fruits and vegetables into your gut microbiome, because it's feeding the good guys. So here's how it works. The prebiotics feed the probiotics. So the prebiotics are like non-digestible, fibrous foods. Think about celery, okay? And that feeds the probiotics. So should you take a probiotic? People ask me this all the time. Should I take one? Here's what I say. It's really hard to know what your body needs. Why? Because there's no way to look. We have no zipper that we can just unzip and look inside, right? So the only way to know is if you send in a stool sample. And who wants to do that? I don't know very many people. If you send in your stool sample, you can decide which probiotics are best for your body. If you don't want to do that, then you need to be eating the foods, right? The prebiotics and probiotics that your gut, any gut needs. So there's no way for me to tell you, do you need a probiotic? Yes, you need one if you've been taking antibiotics. I will say that. Have your probiotic and have a good one. So if you want more information about that, let's talk about that on the side, because that's a whole nother conversation. So let's not talk about that right now, but you definitely need one if you've wiped out your good gut bacteria, right? So drink your kombucha, that's what I say, and eat all the good stuff. So that's the deal with the pre and probiotics. People ask all the time, and should I take it? I say eat them. Eat your pre and probiotics and grab the freebie this week from so you're able to see what foods you should be buying and what foods you should be eating. Here's the challenge though. A lot of people will tell me this. That's all fun and good, and yes, I know I should be eating these really good foods, but they're so expensive. They're so expensive, right? It's too expensive to eat healthy. Well, okay, I'll give you that. On some level, it is expensive to eat healthy, right? But here's the deal. As we age, account, you've saved up your retirement account, and you don't have the health to enjoy the money that you've saved up. You know, a lot of us are saving up for retirement. You get to be your 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and you're thinking your nest egg is building and you're thinking this is all great. But then when you're ready to retire, what happens when you don't have the ability to travel because your health is not good? You don't have the energy to do the things that you want to do, all the things that are on your bucket list. So yes, it could be expensive, but make those deposits into your account now is what I say. Make the investment in your health now, because you don't know what's going to happen in the future, and you want to be doing all those fun things. So now's the time to be making those healthy deposits, making some healthy changes. And there's one simple change. I'm not asking you to change your whole lifestyle. You know, those simple changes add up to big changes in the future. So one simple change at a time is all that we're asking you to do here. All right, so think about that as you think about the expense of this Primetime Healthy Aging course, or you think about the expense of some of this healthy food that you're buying. It's all going to pay off in the long run, in retirement, in your future, in how you feel, and your ability to and do so many other things. So I will be back with the last little mini session next Thursday. Should be back in the San Antonio area. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. If you have enjoyed this conversation, let me know, send me a text, comment down below if you want to hear more about your microbiome, about your gut bacteria. We can definitely have that conversation on the side. I love talking about all this. If you're local to me, come to the Kombucha Workshop coming up. Learn more about your microbiome, how you acquired it in the first place, where it comes from. I love having this conversation with you guys, and I will see you back next week.